Hello, and welcome to the Management API lesson of the Edge Management topic. Today we'll be talking about the Management API, a key tool for managing Apigee Edge. In this lesson we'll cover an overview of the Management API basics, supported resources, and finally tools that you can use to interact with the API. Edge provides management interfaces based on REST APIs. Each server-level API provides basic functions related to the server status and operation. On screen, we can see the message processor exposes interfaces that report on its health as well as runtime metrics. The management server, however, exposes a centralized, unified API called the Management API. The Management API governs a wide variety of functions on Edge. There are simple operations, such as deploying proxies and reporting. It can also be used for operations such as adding and removing capacity from a given pod, environment, or organization. The API itself supports JSON and XML and is secured via HTTP basic authentication. Documentation for the Management API can be found at docs.apigee.com/management/APIs. Additional APIs are also described in the Private Cloud Install and Configuration Guide, as well as in the Operations Guide. All the operations performed in the Enterprise UI are powered by calls to the Management API, with all data being served by the Management Server. The installation and upgrade process, as well as management scripts, also make use of the API. Management API Basics. As we can see on screen, the general structure of the Management API takes the form /v1 followed by a named resource, followed by an ID, followed by an optional number of attribute value pairs. Some examples might be /v1 organizations. This returns a simple JSON structure containing a list of organizations. If we then specify an organization name, we see a return payload that describes that organization. If we add environments after the organization name, then we see a list of environments. Again, if we want to see more detail about the specific environments, we can just add the environment name to the end of the URL. The final example shows filtering lists of servers using attribute and value pairs as filters. Here you can see the breadth of resources that can be managed using the Management API. Everything from the infrastructure to the proxies and all their dependencies can be managed completely via APIs. For more information, there is a detailed API reference at the URL shown. At Apigee, we've developed and open-sourced a number of tools and wrappers for the Management API. These tools allow you to more easily execute common actions, such as the deployment or undeployment of API proxies, using tools that you may be more familiar with. First up is the Apigee Management API Postman collection. If you already use Postman, then this collection covers a large number of commonly used Management API calls. If Node.js is your preferred choice, then the Apigee Node tool is probably for you. This is an npm install module that, amongst other things, covers proxy management, listing, deploying, undeploying, etc., KVM and cache management, and API products and developer management. Finally, if you use Maven in your CI/CD process, then you'll be pleased to know we also offer a Maven plugin. The plugin assists with creating and managing Apigee configs such as cache, KVM, target server, resource files, API products, developers and developer apps, and flow hooks and mask configuration. This concludes the subject. For more information, please visit docs.apigee.com or get involved in the community at community.apigee.com. Thank you.